Peter, we've heard a lot at the conference today from various different types of insurers and people providing export credit, political risk guarantees, about where they see gaps in the market, where their specific niches are. And I think there's been an ongoing debate at this event and within the industry for years about the sort of distinction between the public and private insurers. And I just wanted to ask your opinion on that, where you see that debate sitting at the moment, and where you think the issue lies in terms of competition or cooperation between the public and private side of the industry.
Sure. Well, the debate's really grown up and become more acute over the last few years as the private market has grown in terms of its ability to do medium to long-term business. And so there's been a sort of a growing debate about whether or not the ECAs, the traditional players in a longer-term business, should be withdrawing to allow space for the private market to flourish, if you like, in a similar way that the export credit agencies have withdrawn from short-term credit insurance and are not allowed to compete with the private market. My view is that we shouldn't be stifling competition. I think it's very important that the clients have as much choice as possible. And we also give the ECAs an opportunity to write profitable medium-term business so that if we come across another financial crisis like we did in 2008, that they're still there, they're still relevant, and they're still growing, and they're profitable. But I think the most important thing is that if the private market is going to compete with the export credit agencies, that we're allowed to do that on a level playing field, and we're not being punished, as it were, as the private market for in terms of tax and regulations and that type of issue.
Yeah, so I suppose you're saying there's enough business for everyone to sort of work cooperatively together, but it's a question of keeping the ECAs in the game without giving them extra advantage.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think it's a great opportunity for ECAs to not withdraw, but to step back a little bit and focus on what the private market can't do. So it's a sort of an ebbing and flowing of capacity from private to public. And as we heard this morning at the conference, the export credit agencies can do a lot of things that the private market can't do because of their obviously state-backed resources in terms of training and providing direct financing to SMEs, encouraging and supporting SMEs, which again the private market can't necessarily do to the same extent because it's not as profitable or business. And there's also a lot of areas where we can cooperate, where ECAs can lead the private market into geographies, into industries, into longer tenor business that the private market doesn't have experience in. Therefore, there's a great opportunity there for cooperation.
Yeah, so it's an ongoing dialogue, really.
Yeah, exactly. And even though people tend to frame it as try and make a controversial debate out of it, it's really a process that we're going through as the private market develops and grows.
Well, we've certainly got enough representatives from both sides of the market sort of cohabiting at the conference quite peacefully. So,
yeah, so far so good.
Hopefully that continues the conversation.
Yeah.
Thanks very much for your time.
It's a pleasure.